Zaire Williams. We'll have a little bit more on him later. And you talk about those minutes for Reggie Jackson. They're not just minutes. They're like the toughest minutes for the team. Here is Morris. Foul circle. Jump shot does not go. 5:15 to play. Back the other way. Clarke reverse layup. It rolls off the iron. Ibaka checking into the lineup for the first time.
But not keeping him from working the refs when guys are at the line, and obviously they're missing him tonight.
I talked with Brad Jones before the ballgame as Jaren Jackson Jr. knocks in the triple. 9-12 on the season. You say, well, that's not a winning record. There are no teams that have winning records when down by 10, with the exception of the Golden State Warriors. Bain knocks down the jumper.
That's definitely been put an exclamation mark with it. But I think we've seen some really good growth opportunities from some of our players, and not just our younger players, but some of our veterans as well. So I think you're constantly learning. But I think we've seen some really good growth opportunities from some of our players, and not just our younger players, but some of our veterans as well. So I think you're constantly learning, and it's so important when you're trying to build a sustainable contender that you have not just the heavy engines in Kawhi and PG, whether they finish from the three-point line or they finish at the rim. And then we're also learning that we have some really good connectors, guys that kind of put together. You know, Batum is a great connector, whether they finish from the three-point line or they finish at the rim. And then we're also learning that we have some really good connectors, guys that kind of put together. You know, Batum is a great connector.
Tyus Jones with the rebound for Memphis. Despite not having Ja Morant, Memphis shooting 50% from the field. Brandon Clarke with the follow. It is good for Memphis. Tyus Jones with the rebound for Memphis. Despite not having Ja Morant, Memphis shooting 50% from the field. Brandon Clarke with the follow. It is good for Memphis. Tyus Jones with the rebound for Memphis. Despite not having Ja Morant, Memphis shooting 50% from the field. Brandon Clarke with the follow. It is good for Memphis. Tyus Jones with the rebound for Memphis. Despite not having Ja Morant, Memphis shooting 50% from the field. Brandon Clarke with the follow. It is good for Memphis.
He was disappointed that the consecutive game streak ended, but he's going to start a new one right now.
He is an Ironman, but it wasn't injury related. It was the health and safety protocol. Listen, 1:30 to play here in the second quarter. Memphis leads by 2. Clarke inside, lays it up and lays it in. In that conversation, he is that terrific. If you haven't seen Ja Morant, you need to. By the way, what a 1-2 punch there from Jaren Jackson Jr. and Brandon Clarke coming off the bench now with 8 points and 6 rebounds. Clippers do finally get the rebound. Jackson drives and dishes. Winslow down the lane. Man hustles and scraps. Averaging 8 and 4 on the season. There you see his line here so far this afternoon. They've got a lot of talent on this Memphis roster. There's Brandon Boston Jr. checking into the lineup. As great as he has been, the flashes that Boston has shown, he is still 20 years old. He is a lively bunch in the most pure way. They are pure Memphis. If you are a Grizz, you are a Grizz for life. Morris misses on the 3. Brooks did. We don't have any further injury report. It did not look good, and we are wishing him well. Jones for 3. It is short. Culver for 3, not there. And another offensive rebound here, opportunity for Memphis. 20 to play. Here come the Clippers down by 10. Winslow down Figueroa, but misses on the chip shot. A whistle and a foul. They'll go to the line for 2. You could just tell day one of training camp that this is not your kind of normal 15th player, and he has earned his way into that rotation, and he has missed. And we mentioned this before, when he is on the floor. Aldama, great interior defense by Memphis. Back the other way, Culver downshifts as he gets to the rim. No, Clarke with the rebound. The putback, 91-77. Up pass to Winslow, ready hands, but denied by Aldama. Great interior defense by Memphis. Back the other way, Culver downshifts as he gets to the rim. No, Clarke with the rebound. The putback, 91-77 Memphis. No 2-for-1 opportunity for the Clippers. How about Keon Johnson for 3? It is short rebound taken by Brandon Clarke. The second chance points and the points off of turnovers have been the problem for the Clippers. It shouldn't surprise anybody. That's what Memphis excels at. The Clippers will limit the Grizzlies to less than 55 points in the paint. Meanwhile, at this free throw,
See about his status for tomorrow night against the Lakers. That's an 8:30 start time, Memphis time. 8 o'clock for Grizzlies Live, presented by Ford Mid-South Ford Dealers.
This 12 for 23 that Memphis has has been able to deliver as Brandon Clarke continues to impress. He has 13 off the bench. This has come in one of the hottest teams in the league, have won 7 in a row. 5 to shoot for Terrence Mann. Pulls up. Mann misfires. And the Clippers in trouble right now with 9:03 to play. Boston accelerates. Might have been blocked. He winds up face down. Ended up winning 2 games and then winning the first game against Utah as Clarke makes the first of 2. They would be in that play-in situation. We heard from Lawrence Frank, even though there are reports that Kawhi Leonard is ahead of schedule. Christina is right. It was must-see TV as Brandon Boston Jr. sidesteps a defender, flings it up ahead of the clock. Terrence Mann. Oh, a big-time rebound and a better defensive play by Clarke and the Grizz. It's a crazy turning point of the game when Dylan Brooks went down. Played only 7 minutes in that first half, was unable to put any weight on his knee. Wenyen Gabriel unloads the triple. The rebound goes to Tyus Jones. 5:06 to play. Clarke, an emphatic slam, count it, and a foul for Brandon Clarke, who has been sensational off the bench. Memphis out in front. Melton dribbled off his leg. They'll say last touch by the Clippers. It'll stay with Memphis.
I appreciate that, Brian. I will honestly say, never did I think I would be sitting in this chair